Hello and welcome back to Diving Into Watches. And today, do I have a review for you? We are going to be reviewing a iconic watch from the 90s. Actually started production in 1997 and continues into production to even into today. It was brought into production in 1997 to compete with the Seiko SKX 007 and 009. That watch being the iconic and legendary Citizen NY-0040 automatic ProMaster 200-meter dive watch. This is a very legendary, iconic watch that Citizen made to compete with them. And the big thing about it now is it's still in production. So in that aspect, it is doing much better than the Seiko SKXs. That if you wanted to get one of those, you have to go on the gray market and pay in the high hundreds, if low thousands, to even get one. This is a fantastic watch with a great horological history, a military history, as it served with the Italian Navy or the Navy military for over a decade, from the late 90s into the early 2000s. And they put a lot of testing and rigorous testing into their watches, and it was issued to the Italian Navy at that time. So it has a good military background, military history. It is a fantastic watch. And one of the things I absolutely love about it is it's an automatic watch and not the Eco Drive. Now, I know a lot of people will put in the comments that an Eco Drive is better than an automatic. At the end of the day, an Eco Drive is still a battery-driven watch. Even if it is charged by the sun, the capacitor in it, which is the battery, will eventually go dead no matter how much it charges. I do have a Citizen chronograph WR200, which is a phenomenal watch. The capacitor did last about 15 years, but eventually it did have to be replaced. And from a military aspect, that's why this watch is such a fantastic watch. I did not have this watch, nor did I carry this watch anytime during my military career. I would have had I known about it, but for whatever reason, I just didn't know about it. I will do a video about all the watches that I wore in my 20 years and that I still have and I still wear. But unfortunately, this did not cross my radar at that time. So unfortunately, I didn't get to wear that one, but we will cover a lot of this when I go over to the bench and do the review. So without further ado, let's go over to the bench and let's talk about this fantastic watch. I'll cover all the things I like about it, things I don't like about it, which is very, very small. I would say this is probably my top 5 under $500 ISO certified watches. Probably that's one of the greatest things about it. Unlike a lot of Seiko watches nowadays, this is an ISO certified dive watch, which is huge, very, very huge, especially when you're diving. But for a lot of people, it's not that big of an issue. But it's just an extra little checkbox, that kind of takes it over the top compared to other Seiko under $500 watches out there. So without further ado, let's get over to the bench. Let's do the review. Let's get into the awesomeness of this Citizen ProMaster NY-0040 and talk about its greatness. All right, folks, here we are. This is the Citizen ProMaster NY-0040, as I stated earlier. And just absolute gorgeous watch. Let's get some basics out of the way right here at the beginning, because I know a lot of people like to know this. Depending on where you go, I've seen different things say this watch is anywhere from 42 to 40 millimeters. When I measure this watch out, I get 40 millimeters. I don't know where they get 42 unless they're measuring from the crown across, but you never measure from the crown. You measure from here to here, opposite the crown. I got 40 millimeters from side to side. Thickness, I got it coming in at 12.7 millimeters, so it's very thin. Lug width is 20 millimeters, so it is truly a strap monster. You can put all kinds of awesome straps on there. I have it right now on an elastic airborne style French airborne style strap. It's not a totally round one like a regular airborne strap one, like this one here from M&M. I've had it on this one. I'll show you some different straps that you can put it on. It's so versatile. This one goes completely round, then fastens. I like this type of material. I just like to be able to take it off very quickly. And I found these straps of all places on Amazon, and I really like them. I have a green one, and I have a green with the yellow stripe, and I have this tan one, and it just looks absolutely killer on this tan one. So, and these are quick release, so that's very, very cool. But it is a 20 millimeter lug width, so it is an absolute strap monster. You can throw stuff on it all day long. Lug to lug is 47 millimeter from lug to lug. The crown is 6 millimeter. And the crown, yeah, the crown is 6 millimeter. It is a aluminum bezel insert. It is not ceramic. It is a 60 click, not 120 click, but it is very definitive in the click, very solid. But the clicks are very, very solid. There's no play in this whatsoever. When it goes to the next click, it locks in. There is no play at all. The the grip is very solid. It grabs your fingers, but it's not harsh. So you could easily grab this when your fingers are wet or slimy, and it stops perfectly right at the 12 o'clock. So there's no question when you're locking it in, it's not going to have any problems moving. The bezel is brushed. The case is polished. It is a screw down case back. It gives you the serial number, basics information's on it. Citizen posts their movements here. The movement's GN4S Japanese movement. It gives the 200 meters. And then it just gives you the company name, ProMaster, serial number, and then it goes into 8204 R104. I think that is the model number right there. It does have crown guards. Crown guards do not come all the way out to the end of the crown, which is fine. You can see here that it does provide enough protection to the crown that the crown's not going to get smashed or damaged if it's banged. It gives enough protection. The knurling on the crown is perfect to grab. It's very very grippable. Your hands are not going to slide off it. It's very nice to undo. It is at the 8 o'clock, which is very different than most watches. Citizen's unique in doing that, it seems. I've seen it mostly on their watches. Most watches are at the 4 o'clock or the 3. When you unscrew it, everything seems to be counterclockwise as far as doing things. So I thought that was kind of weird at first, but it's unique, and I like that. Dial face is a very dark, rich black. The indices are C3 Superluminova, and I will do a lume shot. You can see with that. That's the minute hashes on the chapter ring on the inside is 1 minute markers on the inside. You've got the seconds hand. It's a lollipop with the luminova on the bottom. Everything lights up very nicely. There's a pip at the top. The bezel is not lumed, but the pip does light up, so you can use it as a timer at nighttime. Works very excellent. Sits very thinly on the wrist, so it does not sit up very high at all. Works very, very good. Very, very pleased with it. Probably the only ding I have on it would be the strap. The strap it came on, I think this was the strap it came on. It was this plastic, and it is plastic. It's not a rubber. It's a very cheap plastic one. I'm sure it'd break in over time, but it's very uncomfortable. When I ordered it that I was instantly ordered other straps for it. I did not like the strap at all, so I instantly took it off. But I know, like most watch companies, that's where they're going to cut the corners. So I took it off. I took it off as soon as I got it and threw it right in the bin. And I put this strap on there, and then some other straps I got for it are by Barton Straps, which I have absolutely no affiliation for. Hercules green one, which I can show you. And then I did get, this is for a different watch, but I love FKM rubber straps. This would absolutely go killer on it. This one, or a rubber or a waffle pattern strap. I don't typically run NATO straps. I don't know if I'll put this on a NATO, but this is from Blue Shark straps. I have no affiliation with them, but it would probably look really good on a NATO strap also. The only reason I don't like NATOs that much is it typically makes the watch sit very high off the watch, but this one is not going to do that because it's not double material on this one. So when it goes through, it's not going to be double material holding it on there, which is nice. So I'll probably try it on there, see what it looks like. I just got this one, I'll try that one on, but we'll see. And I'll give you some wrist shots to see what it looks like. So probably the only complaint I have about this watch is the strap. Again, it came back in production. It came in production 1997 to compete with the Seiko SKX 007 009. I think Urban Gentry did a ranking comparison of these on a scale of 1 to 10 by going to do the different things, and at the end, this only lost to the Seiko 007 by like 1 point. I might do a ranking comparison. The big difference, though, is this one's still in production, so you can still pick them up on sites like Joma Shop, maybe you can pick them up through Amazon. I'm not sure. I picked mine up through an online dealer in Germany, direct shipped to me. I think it was like 350. I think you can pick them up new on Chrono 24 and the 200s. So they're still definitely very, very affordable. If you want one, I would definitely say add this to your collection. It's a great watch to have. On top of that, it's an automatic. Citizen keeps the dial very, very clean. Citizen automatic with their little red arrow, and it just says divers, water resistant 200 meters. The Italian Navy started issuing these in the late 1990s, like 98, 99, and they issued them for approximately 10 years into the mid 2000s. And then the Italian Navy, which is the Marina Military, they had a stringent testing guidelines for watches they would bring into the service, and they actually pressure tested these down to 500 meters. So this watch will definitely go past the 200 meter mark, and that being ISO certified just means that this is an absolutely incredible watch. So if you're a serious diver, you're going to know that this watch is going to go way, way, way beyond the 200 meter mark. You're not going to have any problems with that. If you're diving beyond 200 meters, God bless you. I'm about the deepest I go now is the bottom of my pool, and then surfing. That's about it. But if you're into that, if you're into the certification and all that, then this is gonna take it over the top. And it is, as I said, it is a screw down crown. So, and it's still being in production. So let's go ahead and throw it on the wrist so you can get some wrist shots. I didn't do my wrist shot today for what I'm wearing. I'm sorry. This is a custom mod built that I built for myself. This is homage to the Rolex Rainbow Daytona, but those watches are like 400,000. I built this one for myself based on a Seiko NH35 movement. If you'd like to see a review of this one, let me know. I'd gladly do a review on it. Absolutely killer. I love this watch, but we're not here about that watch. Okay, there it is on my 6 1/4 inch wrist. You can see it sits very, very well, very, very flat. Lug to lug is perfect. There's absolutely no issues, no complaints. So you can definitely wear this. If you've got a really big wrist, it may look a little small, but I doubt it. I think it's going to work just fine even on the larger wrists. But on a 6 1/4 to 7 1/2 inch wrist, it's going to work just fine. Looks very, very good. Awesome watch. Let me try it on a different strap real quick. And there it is on the Barton nylon strap, green nylon strap. It's a little stiff. They take a little bit of time to break in, but that looks absolutely gorgeous on that one. I think that would look phenomenal also. Just take a little bit of time to break in. So there it is on the green one. So let's kick it back over to the studio and give you my final thoughts and why I recommend this one and why you should pick one up yourself. Well, there you go, folks. There's the review of the Citizen NY-0040 ProMaster Dive Watch 200 meter ISO rated. Killer watch. Killer watch. So do I think this is a recommend? Absolutely. 2 thumbs up. I think this should be, if you're a dive watch person, this should be in everybody's collection. There is definitely, at least in my opinion, there's no gripes about this watch other than the band. But bands are always going to be hit or miss regardless of what you buy, whether it's a bracelet or, most watches, the Seiko ones, that's always the gripe is the bands suck, the bracelets suck. Most watches, under $1,000 is unfortunately, the band is always going to be the weak link in most watches. Like I said, the minute I ordered this one, as soon as I ordered it, I put an order for a couple bands that I was going to replace the straps out with it on it, and you can see how the green one looks, that tan one looks. And being 20 millimeters, it's a strap monster. So I just always know that I'm going to replace them out. Even metal bracelets. I don't have a lot of metal bracelets, but the ones that I do, I always end up knowing that I'm going to upgrade them to a better Jubilee bracelet or better quality bracelet, solid end links. That's just a given of any watches I have. So I think that Citizen has definitely started stepping up their game, even though this is a 20-plus-year-old watch. The quality of the Citizen watches, the Seiko has been sitting on their laurels for a while, and their prices are kind of going through the roof, and the quality, the QC is just slipping. And Citizen, I think, is taking advantage of this, and people are waking up to what a good quality watch Citizen is, and that Citizen is putting out and meeting the demand for what people want and putting it in a price point that people are starting to really appreciate. This is the second Citizen watch I have, and I've loved my first one I've had for nearly 20 years. And it is an Eco Drive chronograph, and I will eventually do a review on that one, how it's held up over 20 years and how good it looks. I just had a full service done on it, new crystal, new capacitor, full service on it, and it is just gorgeous as the day my wife bought it for me almost 20 years ago. So, well, not 20 years ago, 2005, so 18 years ago, but I'm digressing. Citizen is definitely stepping up. So Citizen's never been on your radar. They need to be on your radar. They're putting out good quality watches. Again, I have no affiliation with Citizen. I have no sponsors. Nobody's paying me. These are just my unbiased, unfiltered opinions. If a watch sucks, I'm going to tell you a watch sucks. If the watch is great, I'm going to tell you a watch is great. If the watch is marginal, watch is marginal. This is a must buy if you're a dive watch person. Put this in your collection, wear it, love it, abuse it, use it. This is a tool watch. Had I known about this in my 20-year military career, I would have picked one of these up and I would have worn it, and it probably would have looked pretty beat up. I do have one. Actually, I take that back. I have 3 Citizens. I have one that I did wear in my military career. It's an orange-faced diver watch. Gosh, I forgot all about that one. Oh God, my memory's getting horrible. But it is battery driven. I will definitely put that on the review list and do a review of it. And you will see that it's got a lot of love and that the crystal's pretty scratched up, but it was used. I got it when I was stationed back in Hawaii, back in the 80s, or was that the 90s? I don't know, I can't remember. But pick it up, you'll love it. Thank you again for everybody. As the channel grows, we're getting more and more subscribers. Hit that subscribe button down the bottom. Hit the like. Give me the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. It helps us to do more reviews, more mods. We got some more mod reviews coming. We got some more mod builds coming. If you want to see a review on this mod that I did, let me know. If you like it and you want one, hit me up. Maybe I'll build one. Maybe if we get to 500 subscribers by the end of September, I'll build one and I'll put it up as a giveaway. Let me know if you'd like me to do that. Put that down in the comments. But hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. We're really trying to build this channel to give people what they want. But thank you for watching, diving into watches. Stay tuned for our next video coming next week. We hope you like it. See you real soon, and thanks for watching.